Welcome to the sewing part of the tutorial from the previous tutorial I posted. Let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is to mark out my darts. So from the edge of my fabric, I am taking my nipple to nipple measurement. Mine is 4.5. So I'll place the mark there, and from there I'll take 1/2 inch on both sides. Remember, I added 1 inch for that. So I'll place my notch there on both sides to indicate where my dart will start. So this is my dart line, and I'm going to sew it down by 6 inches. I'll take away the back pattern, then concentrate on the front pattern. So from there, you're going to put a regular stitch from the flap to where the placket starts from. From there, you notch, and then you place a loose stitch to the end, because you're still going to lose that stitch there. I hope that makes sense. So after that, you place your pattern like so, place your fabric like so, and open the placket. I have stitched mine up. So that's place the downside. I used 1/2 inch. I stitched it by 1/2 inch. Then from where the placket starts, you use loose stitch, because you're going to lose it later. So as you can see, I am taking 1/2 inch away from the stitch that I made, and I'll place my zip faced down, that is front side facing the fabric like so, and I'll just stitch it there. Remember to stitch only on one of the placket, don't stitch both your fabric, just like that. Now I've made my stitch like I said I would, as you can see. So the next thing I will do now is to flip it over. Just flip the zip over to the other side, as you can see. Then you make a top stitch, just like there. Just place a top stitch on top of the zip, just very close to the zip, just normal top stitching, so that it will fall nicely on the other placket. Once you make that top stitch, the zip will fall nicely easily on the other placket. So now I've made my top stitch, as you can see. Then the zip will just fall on its own to the other side, and you take that to your sewing machine and stitch it down. Just place it like so and just stitch it down. You don't have to drag it, it will just fall on its own. Once you make that top stitching, it will just fall on its own to the other side. Remember to stitch only on the placket. Do not stitch both your main fabric. So now I've stitched it up, as you can see. Just leave it open like that. Just leave it as it's open like that. Don't close it. Yeah, just leave it open. Then you flip it over. You just flip it over like so. Then the next thing you do is to put that stitch you always see in the front of your trouser. Just watch what I'm going to do. Just move away. Make sure you don't get the teeth of your zip. Just move away from the teeth of your zip. Don't sew on the teeth of your zip from there. So watch what I will do. I'll just move like a 1/4 inch away. Then you place your curve like so. Just make a straight stitch from that area to the end of your zip, just like so. just a stretch stitch like that. So I've placed my stitch there just like so. Now the next thing to do is to lose that part. Remember that place I asked you to use a loose stitch. Now you're going to loosen it. Please make sure you use your machine needle or your seam ripper. Don't use hand to loosen it, because you might damage your fabric. So after loosening it, this is what you have, and your zip is ready just like that. It's as simple as that. Your fly zip is ready just like that. So for that material that is blocking out from there, you can use hemming gum to hem it down, or just leave it like so. Doesn't matter, because it won't be showing in the front of the fabric, but just to make your work more neat. Or you can trim it if you want, or if you have a weaving machine, you can just weave it. So moving over to the pocket, you get your pocket, the one you're going to use to turn it over. Just place it front side facing each other like so. Remember we left ½ inch for sewing allowance there, so you use ½ inch to join it like so on both sides. I'll join it and show you. So now I'll finish joining it. As you can see, if you want, you can place notches there, or you can top stitch it. It depends on what you want. Or you can just simply iron it down like so, whichever one that works for you. You can top stitch it if you want, just do it as you wish, or you can just give it a good press, and that is it. So the next thing is to place the pocket cover. Just get your pocket cover and place it front side facing each other. As you can see, the cover of the pocket is the front side. You're seeing the front side like so. So you bring the one you use to turn it is front side here. The one you're seeing now is the front side. So when you bring the cover of your pocket, you place it front side facing this one that you just turned, as you see me do now, like so, front side facing each other. Then you stitch it from there, there, and there. Stitch only the pocket, don't stitch on your main fabric, just from there, just to secure it. You can also stitch it on the waist, or you can use pin to secure it until you're ready to attach your waistband. So to see it from the front, this is what it will look like. Just secure it like so. Remember to not join it with your main fabric. So now I've gone and I've stitched it up, and my pocket is ready, as you can see. It's just as simple as that. My pocket is ready. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to sew in my darts. So that place I put a notch, I'll just fold it together, then measure out 6 inches, and you know how to put your darts, curve it like so, just normal dart. I'll also do the same to the back pattern. So now I'll finish placing my dart. I've sewn in my dart like so. So I want to secure that place. If you want, you can just sew it down, but for me, I just like to secure it with a pin. Then when I want to join my waistband, I'll just sew it once. I don't like sewing it now and then later I'll still sew it. I just like to secure it with a pin, then later you can go ahead at this stage and give it a very good press. Iron it all out. We don't have light, so I'm just doing it freehand like that. So now the next thing to do is I've also sewn in my dart for my back pattern. So the next thing to do is to join the back pattern together, the both pattern, to join it together. Watch what I will do. I'll just place it right side to right side, and I will just join it with half inch. Make sure everything matches together, then use half inch to join it together. Now I've joined my back pattern. As you can see, you can open press it so that your work will be very neat. So the next thing to do now is to place the both patterns together and join with half inch all the way around, the both sides, the crouch side, everywhere. Just join it with half inch all the way around. Use half inch to join the both sides, the crouch sides, everywhere, like so, with half inch. I'll join it and I'll show you. So I've joined my pattern together. As you can see, everything matches together. The ankle, everywhere, they are all equal. So the next thing I'm going to do is to hem the bottom. Remember, we left 2 inches for hemming the bottom. So what I'm going to do is to take half inch in first, like so, and then take the remaining 1.5 inches. As you can see, I'll do the same for the both sides. But I didn't sew this. I used hemming gum because I want it to be neat. I don't want stitches showing up on the trouser, so I just used hemming gum. But you can go ahead and sew yours in if you want to. It's still okay. So the next thing to do is to attach my waistband. Before you do that, just open up your zip. Make sure you open up your zip before you cut it off. Don't cut it while it is closed. Don't cut it while it is zipped up. Just make sure you open it, because if it's zipped up and you cut it, that means you've damaged the zip. So you just cut it like so, then you attach your waistband. First of all, I will hold the edges like that, then I'll flip it over and attach it. I'll first attach one side, then use the other side to cover it up, like you see me demonstrate. I'll start like that. Then after taking it round, I'll use the other side to cover it up like so. I'll do it and I'll show you. So I finished attaching it and my trouser is ready. So this is very easy and simple, no much work here. If this video was helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, and please subscribe to my channel for more interesting tutorials. Please, Until I see you on my next tutorial. Bye.